Hello, welcome to a day in the life of a marketer. Working from home today actually. I've just finished up in our team debrief that we do every single morning except a Wednesday morning, and it's just an opportunity for the team to sync up and find out what is on the agenda for the day, what we're working on, and anything we need visibility over. So yeah, that's done now, and I'm about to make myself a first coffee of the day and then maybe something to eat to go with it before jumping straight into my first task of the morning that I need to make sure I get done before 12 today. But in the morning I was actually listening to a podcast episode which was actually quite insightful. I really like it. It's called New Mindset Who Dis. That's the name of the podcast, and it's hosted by Case Kenny. And this morning's episode was about inner peace and how we find inner peace and what we can do to sort of get it. And what I really love about this podcast is it's always 15 minutes or less, which is great if you just need a pocket of just motivation, encouragement, optimism, just anything to get you thinking, anything to make you feel good. You get all of that in 15 minutes. So I highly recommend you check out this podcast if you like that sort of thing and want to get encouraged and you want to elevate.
To the surface, and so you can repeat it to yourself.
Why is always the key. For instance, think about something you want in your life. Think about something that you say you're worthy of, that you deserve. Why? Why do you deserve it? And I ask that not to challenge you and be like, but do you really deserve it? I ask you so that you could bring the why you have to the surface. And so you can repeat it to yourself often and often and often and quickly, because knowing that why is how you give yourself inner peace. When you know why, no one can take that from you. A rejection, a failure, a loss is simply a stepping stone towards getting it. Life can't take your why from you if you keep it close to you. And that is inner peace.
Such good coffee. I feel like ever since I've added syrup, it's elevated this coffee to another level. I just finished listening to that episode that I shared with you about inner peace, and I'm now listening to the Just Different podcast. This episode is all about why not be you, and it basically, let me get the synopsis because I'm only 2 minutes into it. So they talk about how God has given us all our personality, passion, interest for a reason. We don't have to censor ourselves to the truest version of who we are to make other people feel comfortable or fit a particular image or stereotype. And I'll give you sort of a recap after I finish the episode, but I like to listen to stuff whilst I work. That kind of helps me to focus and get things done. So now that I have my coffee, my podcast episode to listen to, I can just crack on with what I need to get done work-wise. It's actually so nice just to walk outside, and I feel like when you don't make the most of this nice weather, when it's gone you're like, I should have been outside more. So I'm glad that I stepped outside, listened to some new songs that I found last week, and the vibes are just immaculate with my iced coffee that I made myself. So I'm going to crack on with my next task, but now I need to find another podcast to listen to. This is what I love, honestly. Doing tasks with a podcast, because I get to listen to more and I know exactly what I'm going to listen to. Let me find the episode that I'll show you. Highly recommend you also check it out. I'm so excited that Mayfair has started to make podcasts again. So she started a new show called the Making a Mother podcast, and she released her first episode last week, and I really can't wait to listen to this and just explore more. It's all about self-care practices for new and postpartum mothers, and I feel like this is a good episode regardless of if you have a child or don't, because it looks at how we can do self-care, the acts that we can do to take care of ourselves so we can show up better in the different parts of our lives, right? So I'm big on self-care. I try to do it as much as possible, but sometimes I don't prioritize it, so I feel like this is going to be a good reminder for me to prioritize it and make sure that I'm taking care of myself so I can show up the best version in all the other aspects of my life. So really excited to listen to this. Just started now. This is how it looks. Imagine Mayfair did the cover art herself. Like, how beautiful is that? So I finished up my work day. I usually finish at 6 p.m. and then sometimes, depending on whether I'm cooking dinner or my parents are cooking dinner, if I'm not cooking dinner, then I jump straight into a Pilates workout or go for a walk. But tonight it's me that's cooking dinner. So on the menu, we're gonna do a stir fry with noodles. I went to Aldi to pick up some ingredients for this dish because I realized A, we didn't have enough sauce, but also B, I had a vision for what I wanted these stir fries to taste like, and I remembered we did have some black bean sauce. So I was like, oh my gosh, let me go look in the cupboard to see if we still have this, and we do have it. However, I noticed that the date is December 2021. So I was like asking my dad, I was like, is that still safe for us to eat? Because it says best before. But he said, to be honest, you'd rather just get brand new sauce. So that's what I've gone and done. I have picked up 3 packets of this chow mein sauce, mixed vegetables, and some mushrooms. Getting all 5 of those items costed me about £3.70, which is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. The pork was defrosting all day, so that's ready to go as well. I'm not really following a recipe per se, I just kind of cook intuitively, so throw in things when it feels like I should be throwing in things. So let's get cooking. I'm gonna start off by washing my hands first. Since I've been to the shops and just anyway, when you're cooking, it's always important to start off with clean hands. Where is the song? Okay, here we go. By Steve Lacy.